Hello everybody, this is the Benjinator. You're watching Let's Play SaGa Frontier. This is part 18, and part of Red's quest, I should say. And we have finally entered the venomous Black Cross base. So now we're going to be playing the rest of the game as Alkaiser. And Alkaiser is going to be really powerful. I think he's actually got double or triple the strength of Red. He should have 999 HP. It's not going to show it here, of course, but once you get in the battle, see what you want to do. I keep using Bright Fist for the time being because there's a couple of other techniques that he might learn. And Final Crusade sucks up some LP to heal the rest of your party. Might need that too. But for the most part, the enemies here are pretty easy. It's the bosses you have to watch out for. So as you can see, you can't leave, so you're pretty much stuck here. Alright, so let us proceed into this base. So unfortunately, there's a lot of narrow corridors, so there is going to be a lot of battles. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, so let me see if I can take care of these two guys. Or maybe I can get around this mech. Alright, so that'll work. Woohoo! Alright, so, yeah, you can... This is a good place to practice your dodging abilities, because a lot of these enemies are really not worth their salt, so, yeah, you can just try to get around them, or not. Another reason to use Bright Fist 2 is that it costs 0 WP, and it does double damage of a regular punch, so, in this case, it's probably quite useful. I do love the music here, it's pretty cool. The scenery is a little bland, but that's okay. Alright, so let me just take care of these gargoyles and I'll be right back. Alright, so I took care of all those enemies. I just wanted to show you something. I got a new technique called AI Owl Buster, which is actually kind of cool. It's a projectile for Red. And I'm just going to keep that on there. I know I don't have any more slots available, but at this point, once you have DSC, it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, so we got treasure. Sanctuary Stone, which is awesome. Essentially one of the very, very rare tents that you can get in this game, if you guys ever played Final Fantasy. Alright, so, this part is actually a little bit difficult. There's a bunch of treasures in there, but there's a bunch of enemies that are kind of walking around. And so, what you have to actually do is you have to open this door and make them all run free, because there's another chest that's in there. So let me see if I can run and get the treasure. So a grain cannon, that's actually kind of cool. Something that you can equip on your mechs if possible. But you see that yellow button over there is what we're going to want to push. So let me try to see if I can get to there by getting through some of these enemies. Alright, so hit the button, grab these treasures right here. Max here in a magic water, not really that useful. Probably dodge that boar. Alright, so made it through there. Now we can head through the next door because that door is unlocked. Unfortunately, this place... Hold on. Unfortunately, this next area has a lot of narrow corridors, which I dislike, but hopefully you can get around some of the enemies like that, but not all the time. I know I've mentioned it before, but Pop Knight, Engineer Car's ability, so much damage. It's ridiculous. Alright. Maybe I can sneak by these guys, maybe I can't. I guess we'll have to see. Nope! Birds might be fast, but fairies are pretty easy to get around. Alright, so I took those guys out. There's a couple of enemies there. And this door, I believe, is locked for the time being, but I think you can change that later. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, let's press on. Back in these narrow corridors. Alright, so this place is actually a little bit difficult. Because, oof, yep. As you can see, you get ambushed pretty easily. Fortunately, those little cars are the easiest to avoid in the game. However, skeletons are not. Oh, they keep cropping up. Alright. Yeah, so all those money bags are actually just regular treasures, because money at this point is completely worthless. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. But for some reason, they still have the icons for the regular ones, so... those gun carts, they're silly. More max cures, never a bad thing. I've already got a bunch of max cures, but you can never have too many, I guess. And a lethal gun. So if you guys have decided to use somebody who can use guns, then you can get a lethal gun, which is the most powerful one. Bear in mind, of course, that you can get lethal guns in the junk shop, so that's really not too much of an advance, I don't think. Alright, so, gonna kill these guys. Alright, made it around the door. Awesome. Alright, so now we're gonna be going up here, I believe, and these enemies can be dodged like this. Just like so. And I believe you have to go over to where that red dude is. Hit the pink button. See if we can do that. Oh my god, so many enemies here. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to hit this button right here. And that'll drop down the elevator. So, hooray! That's pretty fun. At least we don't have to go all the way back to that one place. I got a power belt, which it increases your attack power, but it's not really that useful. Alright, let's try to see if we can get around this guy. Come on. Come on. That's where we want to go. Let's go. Oh, nice. All right. I love dodging enemies. It's so much fun. Much better than fighting them, especially since there are so many in this dungeon. It's ridiculous. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to go over here. Grab this. Ooh, a Hyperion Bazooka. All right, so the Hyperion Bazooka is a very, very rare and awesome item. And I was trying it out on Engineer Car, but unfortunately, this is going to lower his strength, so it's not really that optimal. But just for fun, what you can probably do, at least in this case, is just tack it on to Red. And when I actually show you a battle, I will actually use the Hyperion Bazooka because it is fun to use. It only has 2 shots, so it has a very limited shelf life, but it's still pretty awesome. The Hyperion Bazookas. You only get this in this quest in T260's quest, so I would take advantage of it if you've got it. And actually, let me just show you this battle since I haven't really shown one here. Yeah, really easy stuff. But actually, this bazooka should do a number on these guys. Check this out. Check it out, the Hyperion Bazooka. Yeah, it has range. It's just amazing. So, if our friend Engineer Car doesn't kill them, I'll be able to show it off. Yeah, there we go. Proton Rocket. Look at that thing. Ba-boom. Okay, did not much damage to the gremlin, but as you can see, it's kind of a fun novelty item, but can also be a huge asset on your mechs if you decide to use them. So, I would use the Hyperion Bazooka, at least in some capacity. Alright, so now we're going to go through this door. What waits us on the other side? Alright, so more dungeon. Hooray! Oh man, this is going to be so hard to get around too. Alright, yeah, lizards are going to be tough, so... let's see. I actually kind of like idea with Alkaiser with a big fat bazooka. That's kind of nifty. Alright, so here comes Slimo. Getting around him is going to be tough. Might be able to do it, but... no. Never mind. Honestly, this is, I think, kind of a design flaw. Having so many tedious battles in this dungeon that are just really hard to avoid. Because, like, you know, I really want to get around the slime, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Once again. Yep, another one. Just a quick tip, though. If you're using Engineer Car and you decide to use Pop Knight and you're fighting against mechs, even though it costs 10 WP, because it's a mech, you can recharge at the end. So it's like it's pretty much a free hit. And it's a way to get through these fairly tedious battles fairly quickly. So just something to keep in mind. Alright, so let's see if we can run down here. No! Enemy out of nowhere. Let's see if we can get over here. Maybe. Heavy-duty lock, okay. So we may have to backtrack just a little bit. Should go over here. Where is the button? Okay, so... Where's the button? No! I want to hit the damn button! Alright, so... I think you're supposed to go over there. Oh, okay. I think I understand now. Okay. You want to go up here. You want to go across. And... Wait, where's the button? Oh, okay. I see now. I see. Ah! Tricky. Alright, perfect. So you hit this little switch right here. Or you go in here. Okay. And, okay, so... Oh, look, who's that? Mom! Kenny! Alright, we saved our parents. Ready to rescue you! I am not your son. Woo! Alright. Yep. Ooh, a key. Alright. Cool. Alright, now we have a key, but this means we have to sludge our way through these stupid enemies again. Unless we can dodge them. Nope. Alright, we made it through the lock. Fantastic. Alright, so now we are about to fight the final set of bosses. So it's not going to just be one. Alright, so we made it through that pretty painful dungeon. What awaits us? Who is the true leader of Black Cross? Find out in the finale of Red's Quest and SaGa Frontier with the Benjinator. And I will see you guys next time.